I started with 43 friends on Facebook. Today, I have 203 in just 1 month. I've sent about 500 to 600 messages thanks to the tool, so it allowed me to increase all my statistics.
If you were doing it manually after a month of work, would you have achieved all that by spending hours on Facebook sending messages?
No, I didn't send that many messages. It's an extraordinary tool that lets you get things done for you. While the tool is working, we can simply keep doing our own work. You launch Novalya and it does the prospecting for us. It's magic.
In this video, you'll discover how a mortgage broker, a loan insurance broker, uses Novalya to finally succeed in prospecting. By the way, speaking of brokers, Greg, how are you doing?
Very well. Thank you.
Great. We're also joined by Bern, who is here. How are you?
I'm doing very, very well, Gaëtien.
That's great. So just to clarify, the real estate broker is Greg. Caroline, who is here, you're the one who found Greg. Tell me, Greg, how did you discover Novalya?
Quite simply through social media. On Facebook, Caroline sent me a message and got in touch with me. I replied to her and it all happened very naturally.
Okay, just like that. So simple. And what was your first impression when you used Novalya?
Wow. No, it's a tool, an extraordinary tool that lets you, get things done for you. While the tool is working, you can simply keep doing your own activities.
So before we talk about your results, because honestly, we have a list of results you gave me that's really impressive considering all the work you've done. Can you tell me a bit about how your start with Novalya went? It was wow when you started, but what about the setup? How did you get organized? How did it go?
So what you need to know is that I'm not at all a fan of social networks and even less so of Facebook. Caroline reached out to me. Caroline supported me in creating the different messages. She helped me humanize what I wanted to say, which really matches my mindset and my way of being. And then we selected the best messages and then we started well. I started prospecting.
Okay, tell me again, before that, what made you want to start Novalya? What exactly was your problem in your job?
My issue was that I, like many companies, I think, or at least entrepreneur, we're always looking for prospects. And when you lack prospects, you look for solutions. So I started trying to reach out to people on social media, and while it was very complicated.
So you were doing cold prospecting on social media, on Facebook, is that right?
Exactly.
And you said it was complicated, but how did you feel at that time when you launched this strategy for your business?
Well, it gets complicated because every day you send a significant number of messages, you reach out to people and you don't necessarily get any responses. So I started telling myself over and over again that I was definitely going to turn to another prospecting method, one that I already knew about and had some experience with, but which, as you might be aware, can actually be quite expensive.
Okay. And that's when Bern on Facebook sent you a little message. And as a result, she suggested you try Novalya. Is that right?
Exactly.
And has that solved your issues a bit now?
Today, yes, there's a lot more interaction, a lot more contacts, a lot more inquiries. As we often say, you have to sow the seeds. So I'm sowing, but on top of that, I'm also reaping the rewards of what I'm sowing pretty quickly.
Can you tell us a little more about that? Because now you've really piqued our interest, but what have you reaped? I think it's been a month since you started, including the 14 free days, so a month in total now, give or take 3 or 4 days. What have you gained so far?
Today, I've gained visibility. I've gained more friends. When I say I've gained visibility, I mean that today, my presence on social media has increased day by day thanks to Novalya. I started with 43 friends on Facebook. Today, I have 203 in just 1 month. I've sent about 500 to 600 messages thanks to the tool. So it allowed me to increase all my statistics. It allowed me to already create 3 partnerships with real estate agents and 3 more partnerships in the making with real estate agents as well. I've also started negotiating with clients 2 loan insurances to be switched thanks to the Lemoine law. I'm working on 4 loan files, including 1 for loan restructuring. And next month, I'm giving a presentation to a network of real estate agents.
Wow. If you were doing it manually, after a month of work, would you have achieved all that by spending hours yourself on Facebook, sending messages?
And the impact of what I did, was almost zero. I'm not ashamed to admit it.
So today, what made you successful, if I understood correctly, is the right messages and the quantity.
The quantity, the right messages, and the support.
And the support from Caroline Bern. Well done. Well done. Actually, yes, it's kind of a package deal. When you're prospecting, if you send a message that makes no sense and is full of spelling mistakes, you'll get far fewer responses than with a good message. Great. Tell me, what's your favorite feature in Novalya?
The task automation. You launch Novalya and it does the prospecting for you. It's magic. And when we get responses, well, we just reply to the client. Then you need to know what to say in response. There too, for certain messages, there was some guidance beforehand. And after that, it just becomes really easy to use.
Okay, tell me, do you have a story to share? Did you experience anything thanks to Novalya's message? A little anecdote, something you could share with us?
Something I could share with you? Yes. It happened to me the day before yesterday. So I reached out to a prospect, a young man of 25. This young man is looking to buy a property, so I started talking with him. I asked him for a bit of his information, so he gives me his financial details. And based on his financial situation, his status, his profession, his life circumstances, I tell him, listen, I checked with one of my colleagues. We have the possibility to finance a property of plan, so in a new building, a construction project, with the delivery of your future apartment in the third quarter of 2025. And we have the possibility to finance you with a zero interest loan up to 120. For the remaining 160,000 euros will be between 3 and 3.5, and that should give you an average rate of 1.55. So a loan rate today, an average rate of 1.55 over 25 years, that's not something you see every day. And on top of that, it includes or has the possibility to include a 3-room apartment of about 65 square meters with a ground floor terrace and 2 parking spaces in Marseille, in a pretty nice neighborhood of Marseille. So it's true that when we negotiated this way of looking at things and I explained the financing strategy to him, he still can't believe his eyes. So we're actually supposed to meet soon. He's one of the clients I'm going to meet in person very soon.
By the way, if you don't believe it either, I'll put Greg's contact information in the description of this video. If you also want to buy a property somewhere, if you have questions about real estate, loans, or insurance, take a look at the rates he can offer. Honestly, what I just heard is unbelievable. Can you tell us, well, I understand that you have the best rates, really, really good rates. What else sets you apart from the others? So I belong to a loan franchise called Imo Finance Net. There are a number of us colleagues. We cover all the major cities in France, and we offer AAA support. That means excellence, reliability, trust, customer satisfaction, transparency, and optimizing the financing strategy. And when it comes to loan insurance, 95% of the rates we offer clients are better than those from financial partners or the client's own banks. And as for the financing rate, I mentioned it just before. Great. So go ahead, don't hesitate. His link is there. Ask him your questions. I'll put your link on Facebook. You can go there, ask him your questions. And I wish you congratulations on acquiring your properties or on refinancing your loan insurance. So you told me using Novalya for a month, 3 partnerships established with real estate agents, 3 more to come, 2 loan appointments ready, 4 insurance files. In short, it's crazy. Plus an event to organize, right?
Exactly.
Great. So if today if there was someone who does the same job as you and they come across this video, what would you recommend they do? Regarding Novalya, what should they do? Should they go for it or not? How should they get started? What advice would you give them to get going?
Well, they shouldn't have any doubts. They should contact Novalya right away, start using Novalya immediately. No need to overthink it. They'll get exactly the support they need. They just need to go for it, take action, prospect, plant the seeds, and then reap the rewards. They'll get leads. And those leads will turn into clients thanks to their expertise, and everything will work out.
Well, let's leave it at that. Everything will work out. So if today you want to get clients, just go to the description of this video. There's a link and you can start your 14 days right away because they're completely free. If you still have a few questions or any hesitations, there's a second link just below. Click on it and you'll be able to book an appointment with one of our experts who will take the time to answer your final questions before you get started. If you want to take out a mortgage, that's not with this link. It's a different link just below. You'll be able to talk with Greg. In any case, we wish you every success. Thank you, Caroline Bern, for being here and for the support you give to Greg and everyone else you help succeed on Novalya. Greg, we wish you lots and lots of appointments and plenty of success with Novalya. And to all our friends here, go ahead, book your appointment quickly, start your 14 days and follow in Greg's footsteps.